I'll never forget every night that I was at that house for a week, I cried myself to sleep. Not out of sadness or anything, but out of joy, feeling like, God, could this really be it? Like, could you really be calling me to this? It's craziness. My name is Sister Liz, and I'm a daughter of Charity at St. Vincent de Paul. The seeds of my vocation really came from my parents, who taught us how to pray, who brought us to church, and who were so faithful and loving that it really helped me to learn what it means to be a follower of Christ. I really, up until I was in college, had no thoughts of becoming a sister at all. I mean, my most experience was with Sister Act or The Sound of Music. That's what I thought nuns were like. When I was in college, I met the community that I now belong to, the Daughters of Charity, and we went on a service project through campus ministry, and they brought us to Baltimore, and we stayed with the sisters and were involved in their ministry for just a weekend, just a couple days. And it was one of those things where I really felt like everything inside of me, or everything that I had lived up until that point, had brought me there. The sisters and the way they were, it was just like I connected with them so unbelievably that I really just wanted to be around them more often. That was the first thing for me. It wasn't that I necessarily wanted to be one, but that I wanted to do service the way that they did service. And then continuing to get to know the community and to pray for myself and getting to know Christ more. It kind of went from, do I want to be one, or do I just like them? And it's this back and forth of, God, what do you want from me? I realized more and more that being a sister and joining this community was going to bring me happiness and peace and tranquility and all those things in life that my heart really desired in the first place. And I didn't even know that that was what I wanted until I saw it. At first it was kind of like, I don't know, Lord, if this is what you want. That's a little scary, but I'm gonna try it out and see what happens. And I think for me, until I did that, I would never have known. I'll never forget one experience I had of service with the sisters. They took us here to Emmitsburg, and we visited a man on the mountain who basically lived in a trailer. He had his little mini trailer, and he had this kind of school bus that was filled with different things from his life, and his name was Richard, and we brought him food, we brought him eggs and milk and bread, and he allowed a couple of us from the college to go into his trailer and to make him an egg sandwich. And I'll just never forget the humility that it took for him to let us give to him, to allow us to come into his space. And several years later, after coming to the community and after becoming a novice and so on, I was walking around our property here in Emmitsburg and found a grave, and Richard Christ was on the grave. And I realized that that man that I had met years before in discernment, he didn't have anybody in the world but the sisters. And the sisters, the community let him be buried on our property. And it came full circle for me in that moment to realize that this was the community I joined. I joined a community that loves the poor so much that we would do anything. We treat them as our family, as our brothers and sisters. It's not just, brothers and sisters in Christ, but it's real. It's something that means something. And since then, it's been one wonderful experience of Christ after another. Not that it's not hard. Things are hard about life always, in any life that you choose, but I need to be faithful. I need to realize that Christ is everything. I would do anything for him, and I just thank God every day that I've joined a community that really wants to serve the poor in whatever way and whatever form that takes. And I haven't looked back. and I'm the most happy, I'm the most joyful, I'm the most at peace that I could ever be because I'm doing what the Lord wants and has called me to do.